Summer 2015, Shanghai. Dr. Peter Schlutter and his small research team tread Chinese ground for the first time. After a year of preparation, everything is now ready. The Karlsruhe lecturer wishes to repeat the research work in China with which he gained his doctorate in 2015. It is essentially concerned with the question, what is our connection to each other? Is there a subconscious gestural language in a spatial area? In his research, Schlutter objectively and scientifically investigates these questions. He does so by using constellations with life-size figures. Which exciting observations will the researcher make? Can an average Chinese person understand these constellations with life-size figures which were found in Germany?
Wir sind jetzt hier in einem ganz anderen Kontinent.
We are now on a completely different continent, practically on the other side of the world compared to the tests which started in Germany 10 and 15 years ago, and we make the fascinating discovery that the people in the system constellations in our tests behave and move in such a way as if they had never done anything else in their lives.
Als hätten sie ihr ganzes Leben lang nichts anderes gemacht.
The continuation of our scientific work was made possible by the company Bosch and by the Heiderhall Foundation, a foundation originating from two direct descendants of the company founder Robert Bosch. Two secondary sponsors were also involved in the project. 2 rooms are available for the research team in the Bosch subsidiaries in Shanghai, in Vosges and Suzhou. At the moment, we are at the Bosch headquarters in China. We are the regional organization. We provide services for all Bosch locations in China. We are the strategic partner for production and representatives in China. Every hour, an employee is allowed to take part in a test. So genuinely normal employees across all levels of the hierarchy came to the tests, for all 23,000 employees in the subsidiaries we visited. Incidentally, production there is mainly for the Chinese domestic market. The manager of the training center is the first test person in China with whom we are starting these series of tests. Over 1,200 individual tests with 53 test persons. In the first test configuration, the test persons hear only the names involved in a short company history, and therefore also a short family tree of the company with the pseudonym Böhm Schulz Metallbau. It has actually existed in Saarland, Germany for 3 generations, just under a different name. The 65-year-old manager, Dr. Müller, is now known as Dr. Li in China. Schulz Jr. is Zhang Zebin, and so on. The constellation of figures remains unchanged and is exactly the same as in the medium-sized German company. This may be surprising for Central Europeans, but the employees in China reacted very frankly, emotionally, and relaxed. Every position is measured, every multiple choice answer is documented, so everything can be accurately compared with the results of the tests in Germany. Here in China, the test persons also grouped around certain cluster points in the constellation. However, the position of the cluster points were noticeably different in comparison.
Wir sind hier.
Here it is obviously just like home with our tests, with the life-size figures. For the successor of the original German Böhm Jr., this constellation was the classic successor and generation theme in medium-sized companies.
Und nun kommen die Chinesen her und interpretieren.
And now the Chinese come along and interpret it and understand what he said. They wouldn't understand his language, but the constellation he created here, this life-sized sociogram, this organization constellation, they seem to understand that. I find it quite extraordinary, this frankness with which the test persons here express themselves. And they don't just state their rationalization, but they also express their emotional feelings at a certain point.
还是时间挺长的，而且这边没有午休，所以可能让我坐回去，然后你的凳子一样，你觉得还需要？
就是说，就像刚才在不同的地方去看不同的那个人的话，他的心态不一样。
父亲给的安全感，然后
Zhang Zibin and myself are the right hand and left hand of the management.
这样的氛围的
This atmosphere is very harmonious and makes me want to relax and work.
比较和谐的这个氛围，能让我
位置上来看，我心里面的感觉就是应该更加。
Compared to the previous position here, I feel that I'm more integrated in the company.
充分的发挥我自己在这家公司的
Now I want to do my best to fulfill my duties in the company, to take on responsibilities.
这家公司参与这家公司的经营。
下一代的接班人嘛，然后我们分别就是。
Zhang Zibin and myself will be the successors. We will manage and fight for the company together. So the project itself fascinated and interested me very much, because in it something totally new was approached. And an understanding between people and communication between people is very important to me. Whoever can make themselves understood can also move successfully. Well, I also feel, and I can't say it in any other way, I feel that there will be results here which will be very surprising, and if 2 or 3 other countries were added, we can say with great certainty that spatial language really is an international language, and then there would be undreamt of application context, also for constellations, as a method of working with spatial language in an intercultural context.
Wenn tatsächlich Menschen unterschiedliche
And if people from different cultures actually translate a phenomenon that they perceive in a constellation into language very similarly, then that would mean that it would be actually possible to reach the essence of things without them first being culturally translated when they reach us.
wenn sie an uns herankommen.